December 2025. Putin lands in New Delhi with a $10 billion defense deal. The same week, Trump slaps 25% tariffs on Indian companies buying Russian oil. Coincidence? Not even close. A top Russian analyst just revealed Putin's #1 priority right now. And it's not Ukraine, not NATO. It's keeping India out of America's orbit. Here's the power play nobody's talking about. Let's start with what Trump's doing to squeeze India. First, the tariff weapon. Trump's administration imposed heavy tariffs specifically targeting Indian companies purchasing Russian crude oil. We're talking billions in additional costs for India's energy sector. Second, CAATSA sanctions. The countering America's adversaries. Through Sanctions Act, designed to punish countries buying Russian military equipment. India's $5.4 billion S-400 missile defense system, directly in the crosshairs. Third, the diplomatic pressure. Behind closed doors, Washington's been clear. Choose us or them. No more sitting on the fence. But here's what Trump didn't count on. According to Russian analyst Dmitry Trenin from the Higher School of Economics, Putin's treating the India relationship as a strategic priority equal to China. Let that sink in. India, not just another partner, but a cornerstone of Russia's entire geopolitical strategy. The message to Washington: India has options. Now here's where it gets brilliant. India's playing both sides and winning. What India's doing right now, with Russia. Bought record amounts of Russian oil in 2024-2025, saving $4 billion on energy costs. Deepened defense cooperation, despite CAATSA threats. Maintained strategic autonomy in foreign policy. With the US, expanded Quad Alliance cooperation, US, Japan, Australia, India. Increased defense purchases from American companies, strengthened tech and semiconductor partnerships. This isn't fence-sitting, it's multi-alignment strategy. And it's working because both Washington and Moscow need India more than India needs either of them. Why both superpowers are competing for India. 1. 1.4 billion consumers, world's largest market. 2. Counterweight to China, both US and Russia fear Chinese dominance. 3. Tech powerhouse, AI, semiconductors, digital infrastructure. 4. Military strength, fourth largest military, nuclear capability. 5. Democratic legitimacy. Unlike China, India offers ideological alignment with the West India's leverage. Economic power, plus strategic location, plus democratic values. So what does this geopolitical chess match mean for your future? If you're in India, cheaper energy costs from Russian oil, lower inflation on everything from transportation to manufacturing, defense technology transfers, there is job creation in Indian defense sector, stronger negotiating position. Better deals from both US and Russia on trade, tech, and investment. If you're watching from the US, India's balancing act prevents total Russian isolation, complicating Trump's pressure campaign. American companies competing harder for Indian market share. Tariffs potential price benefits. Multipolar world emerging where middle powers like India call the shots, the bigger picture. We're watching the end of the unipolar moment. India's refusal to choose sides is forcing both superpowers to offer better terms. That's leverage, and India's using it masterfully. Putin's December visit wasn't just diplomacy, it was a statement. Russia will pay any price to keep India in its corner. And Trump's tariffs? They're pushing India closer to Moscow, the exact opposite of what Washington wants. The battle for India's alliance is the defining geopolitical story of 2025. Putin's betting billions that India won't bow to Trump's pressure. Trump's betting tariffs will force India to choose America. But here's the truth, nobody in Washington or Moscow wants to admit. India's already won this game by refusing to play by their rules. What do you think? Is India's multi-alignment strategy sustainable, or will Trump's tariffs eventually force a choice? Drop your take in the comments. If this breakdown opened your eyes to what's really happening behind the headlines, hit that subscribe button. We're cutting through the noise on AI, tech, and geopolitics every single week. I'm Sandeep, and this is Wake Up Highlights, where we decode the power moves shaping your future.